Hi guys, so I'm going to share with you the 9-step lead generation framework that I share with my clients when I'm helping them generate more leads for selling services. This is going to work for you no matter what the service is that you're selling. So it doesn't matter if you're a creative freelancer, your home services business, or you're selling professional services. The framework is going to help you attract more of the right customers using your website and using Google. Generally speaking, people want more leads. So most of the clients I work with and most business owners that I speak to, they're going to talk about getting a high volume of leads from their marketing, but it's not the only thing you want to focus on sometimes. And this framework actually helps you do things beyond just getting more inquiries. It can help you get better quality leads. It can make your leads more profitable by lowering the cost of your marketing to actually generate those customers. And it can create some stability in your business. So you're probably familiar, like most of us are, with kind of a typical roller coaster ride of lead generation, where one month you're inundated with new inquiries, and then the next month it's kind of crickets and there's nothing new coming in. When you have a system in place that can generate a consistent flow of leads, you kind of flatten that out, so it's less of this feast or famine. The framework's broken down into 3 phases. So the first phase is all about your website and your presence online. In phase 2, we look at driving traffic to the website. And then phase 3 is all about converting those visitors into paying customers. So let's dive in. We're going to keep it really high level in this video. There'll be some other videos on the back of this where we'll take a deeper dive into practically how you do all of these things. But it's great just to, in the first instance, have an idea of what the framework is and to start looking at your own marketing in the context of the framework to see maybe where some other things are going wrong with the marketing at the moment, or where the opportunities are for you to really level things up and get better results from your marketing. Phase 1, it's all about your website. So step 1, your marketing message. This is kind of like the most important piece of your marketing, really, but it often gets overlooked by people because it isn't maybe the most interesting thing to look at initially with the marketing. It's not so much kind of a cool tactic or strategy or tool you can use. It's more about understanding how you communicate the value you create for your clients through your marketing. So how do you actually speak to the right audience? How do you express an understanding of what their issues and problems are, the challenges they're facing, and how do you present your services as a solution that are going to move them from where they are now to kind of the desired outcome of where they want to be. And it's worth just taking time to read through your marketing to see if the words you use in your website and even offline are actually communicating that message. Are they making it really clear to people who maybe aren't really familiar with the business in the same way you are, or maybe aren't really familiar with your industry? Is it understandable for everybody? Can they figure out what you do and how you can help them? Once you've got your message in place, we move on to actually implementing the message on the website. So you want to look at the platform you're using for your website in the first instance. So there's loads of website tools out there. Some website builders are so basic that they don't actually let you do a really good job of building a website that's going to work well on different devices and is going to look nice and is going to actually communicate an effective marketing message. So you want to be careful about choosing the right tool for your website, but you also want to make sure the marketing message you've created is transferred over onto that website. So if someone hits your homepage, is it really clear for them really quickly to understand what you are, what you're offering, and if you're someone they should be interested in kind of learning more about and potentially buying services from to solve their problems. The final step is having some kind of measurement tool on the website. Without a measurement tool like Google Analytics, you have no idea really how many people are coming to the website, what content they're interacting with, or how well the other marketing you're going to be doing further down the line is going to be working. So it's essential to have some sort of measurement tool on there. These are my top 3 recommendations for kind of getting a fast track head start on all 3 of these steps. So number 1, for the marketing message, Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller, without a doubt, is one of the best books I've ever read about marketing just in general. But for marketing messaging, it's my number 1. I recommend this to all of my clients. So many people come back and tell me they love it and it's had a really big impact on their business. It's been really impactful on me and my freelance business as well, understanding the concepts in there. And it's a really it's a fun and easy read. Even if you're not really into reading about marketing stuff, you're probably going to enjoy the book and you're going to get a lot of benefit out of it. For the website, Webflow, I build all my websites in Webflow. It's a no-code tool, so it doesn't require any kind of special expertise to develop websites in Webflow, but you can build amazing websites in there that are really easy to manage. They have great SEO, and they let you do a lot of stuff with your marketing as your business starts to grow. And Google Analytics 4 is the number one analytics tool for websites, primarily because it's completely free. It's provided by Google. It integrates really nicely with other Google tools, and you can just go on to Google Analytics 4 and get set up in no time at all. Like I say, it's completely free. There's no cost. It's going to give you great insight into how people are actually using your website. So 3 actions to take: create a clear marketing message, review the messages you've already got on your website and see if they're clear enough and you're happy with kind of the value proposition you're communicating to your audience. Make sure that website's built on a suitable platform. Is it actually looking good? Does it work well on mobiles and desktops and different devices? And is it letting you do all the things you need to do, like adding new content and integrating different marketing tools? And finally, go get Google Analytics 4 set up if you haven't already done that. Loads of people are still on an old version of Google Analytics, which is kind of going to be redundant now. So you really want to be making sure you're using Google Analytics 4. Okay, let's jump into phase 2. This is all about driving traffic to your website. So if you think about it, what you've just done is spend some time getting the foundations of your online presence in place. Now it makes sense to actually start sending people over to it. What a lot of people like to do is skip that first phase, jump straight into things like SEO and Google Ads. But when they don't get the results they're expecting, they don't always realize that it's not because anything's wrong with the SEO or the Google Ads. Because they've not done the early work on setting up the website and the marketing message and the measurement to really make these ads work effectively. What we're going to look at here is another 3 steps that are going to really help you kind of dominate the Google search results. That's the dream, is to just be everywhere all over Google. And there's 3 key areas you want to do it. We're going to kick off with Google Business Profile. So a lot of you might know of that as Google Maps. It used to be called, I think, Google Maps. It's now Google Business Profile. And it doesn't matter if you have a physical business or not. So you don't have to be a shop to have a Google Business Profile listing set up. It's worth doing for every type of business. Even if you're just a consultant or coach, freelancer, you're working remotely, you still want to get a profile set up. There's a few good reasons for it. The first one is it's going to kind of build authority with Google. So when Google sees you've got business registered on there, it trusts you a lot more than if you don't have a business registered on there. It's also a big piece of real estate on the Google search results pages. So when that map listing pops up, it takes up a lot of space on the page and you want to be included on that space. It's like another opportunity to appear where you're not going to appear if you don't have the profile set up. It's also a great place to collect reviews, and we're going to come on to that later on towards the end of the video. Step 5, once your Google profile set up, you want to work on the rest of the SEO. You want to focus initially on your own website. So you want to get the website SEO for your own site fixed first before you start diving into the world of kind of creating backlinks and writing content offsite to get links into your own site. Focus on your own website in the first instance. And a great tool for doing that is Google Lighthouse. Google Lighthouse will audit loads of things on your website. It'll look at how fast your website's loading up, how well structured it is, how well it works on different devices, and it'll spit out a report for you that will just detail loads of different actions that either you or your web developer can kind of go and implement. And again, it's a Google tool, which is completely free for you to use. Just Google Lighthouse and you can run your website through that right now, get a really good kind of starter SEO audit of your website on there. Once you've got those 2 things in order, you can then start scaling things up and testing different things on Google Ads. The difference with Google Ads to the other 2 steps 4 and 5 with the SEO and the business profile, are that Google Ads are something you are going to be paying for. But you're going to be paying for something that potentially can massively scale your business up. So Google Ads gives you instant access to traffic that you otherwise, through SEO, might not actually be able to rank on Google for. So even if you're a really small business and you're thinking Google Ads maybe isn't for me because I'm just not of that size, it's probably not the case. I have some clients who literally spend just a few £100s a month on Google Ads. They're small businesses and they're small budgets, and they get results off it. They generate profitable leads and they get a great return. So don't be put off by kind of the thought that Google Ads is just for really big companies with really big budgets, because it's simply not true. And it can be one of the fastest ways to actually start generating traffic and attracting really good high quality leads to your website, providing you've got that website, your measurement and your marketing message really nailed down in the first instance. The reason I'm only talking about Google here for traffic is because I just love Google, because it gives you access to just so many different places where you can access different audiences at different stages in the customer journey in ways that you just can't do on other platforms. So don't get me wrong, other things work. There's meta ads, Facebook, Instagram. You can run your ads on LinkedIn and Twitter, and you can do organic social posting and all the other things online. But Google, if you're going to learn one thing and focus on one thing, Google's going to be a great place to start because it gives you access to running ads in Google search results. You can do organic and paid ads. You can do Gmail ads, YouTube ads, video marketing, and it plugs in really nicely with the other free Google products like Google My Business Profile and Google Analytics 4. Right, here are the steps you want to take. First off, check that you've got your free Google Business Profile listing. Claim one if it's already there and you're not managing it yet, or create one. It's free and it's really quick and easy to do. After that, you want to check your organic ranking, see where you're appearing in the search results, and start taking a look at your own website. If you're not coming up for some of the keywords that you want to on Google, maybe check that those keywords are included throughout your website. Finally, start exploring Google Ads, or at least opening your mind to the possibility of using Google Ads in your business. You may want to spend some time diving in there and trying this yourself. It does take time to learn, but you've also got the options of speaking to Google Ads consultants who can help you out with that, or even the Google reps themselves who can provide some free support on getting started, testing things out on Google Ads. Then you're ready for the final step. So we've got our website in place. We're driving traffic onto the website, but we're not there yet. We still need to turn the traffic into visitors. To do that, it's all about conversion. So the 3 steps we're looking at here are step 7, 8, and 9, starting with step 7, which is email marketing. Email marketing is one of the most effective ways to stay in touch with your customers or your potential customers after they've visited your website. So let's think about this for a moment. You've put all that effort into your marketing message and getting your website set up. You're then taking time and money to drive traffic to that website. People then come to the website and they maybe don't make an inquiry and they don't buy your services immediately. And it can feel like you've just lost. All that effort's been lost. It's been wasted because that person's left the site. They're maybe never going to come back. You can change that simply by offering them some content on the website in return for an email address. So people have been doing this for years. It's still one of the most effective ways to make your marketing work and to generate leads. And that's why you see lead magnets, downloadable content, free content all over the place in return for email addresses, because it simply works and it's highly profitable. If you can build an email list, start sending emails out to those people, you get to build a relationship with them and have a conversation with them. Certainly for some of my clients, just adding email marketing into their lead generation system that wasn't there before has been really transformative for them in terms of the return on the spend that they're putting into the marketing. It can just skyrocket. Next up, we want to actually prove to our customers, potential customers, that we can do what we say and that we're legitimate. And we do that by collecting reviews, testimonials, case studies, and basically any kind of what we call social proof. So can we demonstrate to our prospective clients that we're competent and that we're capable of doing the things that we're offering? And the best way to do it isn't to say it yourself, it's to have other people say that. Now, this doesn't have to be really kind of elaborate video testimonials or anything like that. It can be as simple as using your Google business profile to collect reviews and star ratings from customers. And once that Google business profile is set up, it's really easy on there to hit a button called get reviews or ask for reviews. They give you a link. You share that link with your existing customers and clients, and you will start getting reviews coming in on there. It's going to help with your organic Google rankings. You can surface those reviews within your Google ads, and you can also share those reviews and the review link with future potential customers or in your email marketing that you're sending out to people. And then the final step is you actually generate leads, and you've still got to actually sell the leads. So just getting the leads in, even though it can feel like quite a journey to get to that point where you've got a real nice flow of leads coming in, you still want to be able to turn those leads into customers. And quite often for people, even when you're building your whole marketing system online, the reality is you've got to do that through having conversations with people. Now, you might not be doing it on person, it might be over the phone, it might be on a Zoom call, but it's still a sales process. So even if you're really uncomfortable with the thought of selling and being a salesperson, for most of us as entrepreneurs, the reality is that's what we are. We are salespeople, and we've got to be salespeople in order to make sales and to win customers and to build our businesses. For a lot of people, that can cringe you out, the thought of being a salesperson. That's why one of my recommendations for this section is another book, which is probably like the number one book if you want to get comfortable with sales and it doesn't sit right with you at the moment. I worked in sales myself in previous jobs. My job before setting up as a freelancer was working as an advertising sales rep for a really large agency. And I was good at the job, but never in the 3 years I was doing it did selling actually feel comfortable or come naturally to me, because I always felt kind of a bit cringed out at the thought of I'm trying to like convince this person of buying something that they probably don't want to buy. And my whole mindset around selling was completely skewed. It was completely wrong. And reading a book like Daniel Pink's To Sell is Human will really quickly give you a mindset shift on what you're doing when you're selling. So that's number one recommendation for making more sales. But also, if you haven't already done it, get an email platform set up so you can collect customer emails and potential customer emails. MailChimp's my top recommendation for that. That's what I use with loads of my clients. And it's really simple and straightforward, nice and cheap, and even free when you get started. And then again, Google Business Profile is the place to collect your reviews, because as I've touched on, there's loads of benefits, multiple benefits for getting your reviews actually within the Google ecosystem. So what do we do? This section, actions to take away are start collecting customer emails, whatever platform you want. MailChimp's my recommendation there. Start requesting Google reviews once you've got your profile set up on Google Business Profile. And whether you read the book or not, just start having a think about reframing selling as service. You're not trying to force a product or service onto somebody. What you're doing is actually serving your clients and your customers, and you're offering something that they genuinely need, that you are convinced will improve their life. And if you're not convinced what you're selling is actually going to benefit them or is the right fit, in all honesty, you probably shouldn't be selling it to them. And when you actually have an open conversation like that with your clients, you'll be amazed how effective that can be at building amazing relationships and actually helping you sell more and find better clients. So let's take a quick look at how all of that comes together in the 9-step framework. This is it. So we've got phase 1, presence, your website, online presence. We've got phase 2, traffic, driving traffic to the website, and then phase 3, which is all about conversion. And the steps flow one after another. You don't have to build out the whole system in this order. If you were doing it from scratch, it'd be a fantastic way to do it. The reality is you've probably got some of these things underway already. Some of them might be working, some of them might not quite be working, and some of them might be missing altogether. My recommendation for auditing your marketing now is to go right back to step 1 and look at what you're doing at the moment in the order that they're presented here. So if you're running Google ads and you're not getting great sort of response to that, maybe just step back to a lower step and check that you've got some kind of measurement set up to really track how well those ads are working, and check that you've got the right marketing message in place that matches up to what you're running in the ads. If all of that stuff's in place, great, jump up in the funnel and have a look at, are you doing everything you can to convert those Google ads visits? Are you collecting email addresses? Have you got like proof and reviews on the website? And have you got a sales process that you can follow up with effectively? So the framework's there. Use it as you want. There's no right or wrong way to use it. Future videos are going to be coming. I'm going to deep dive into each of these sections and bring you some more practical advice in how you can actually start using this stuff in your business to fix your marketing, start building a business that's going to be profitable, sustainable, and is going to be the sort of business you dream about, the sort of business that can truly change your life. So for now, that's everything, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye now.